Do you want to know how you can pay your bills easily and every single month without worrying about it, as well as taking the pressure off yourself and your business? Today, I want to talk about why you need recurring revenue, how to identify recurring revenue opportunities within your business, and how to build recurring revenue into your business. This is a video or a podcast, depending if you're listening, on why recurring revenue is your number one product priority within your business. Hey guys, Mike here from Sell Your Service. This is part 3 of a 6-part series celebrating the recurring revenue retreat coming up in August, which is in Disney World, which I'm super stoked about. I'm going to be with Christina Romero, Robert Simmons, Matt Rodella, a bunch of other guys, and as well as Mike Michalowicz, who's our keynote speaker. It's at Disney World. It's in August. I'll put links to that down below. If you're going, let me know in the comments. In the meantime, let's talk about why recurring revenue is the number one priority within your business. So the biggest problem kind of just even existing or living is that you have bills coming in every single month. You have recurring expenses. Whether you like it or not, you have bills and expenses every single month. Now, I personally don't believe that cutting back on expenses is the way to grow wealth. It's certainly not the way to grow a business, but you do need to increase the amount of money that you have coming in. I don't believe you have an expense problem. I believe you have an income problem, and recurring revenue is the key to that income. Usually, a lot of us as business owners and entrepreneurs, we've left a job, so we know what it feels like to have recurring income coming into the business. Even if it's less than you needed, it was still good knowing that you had money coming in. And yet, when we start businesses, often we'll end up going to projects or one-off costs or freelance or gig-based work rather than thinking about why we need recurring revenue straight away within our business. I also think that the only true way to scale a business is with recurring revenue. I think it's very difficult to scale a business that has one-off or project-based income, partly because it usually means you're doing it, but it also means that you haven't built the foundation or the structure to be able to handle new customers and regular customers coming in. There's a misconception that not all businesses kind of suit recurring revenue, and I don't believe that's true. I'm going to give you some examples on how you can kind of identify recurring revenue examples within almost any business. Marketing funnel businesses especially suit a recurring revenue model, and I'm going to talk about why that is. I've often said that you don't scale a business, you scale an idea, and to that end, we kind of need to look at the results we're providing for customers rather than the products or services that we're delivering to them. That's how we identify recurring revenue opportunities within our own business. As I mentioned, you have recurring outgoings. You know, you've got $2,000, $3,000, $10,000 coming out every single month. And when you had a job, or if you've ever had a job, you'll know that you had X coming in, and that maybe left you with a little bit. Maybe it didn't leave you with anything, but you at least knew that you had $2,000, $1,000, $5,000, whatever coming in per month. You need to develop recurring income into your business. And the very simple exercise for this, first of all, in fact, there's a few ways. First of all, watch the rest of this series as it comes out. It should all be coming out this month. And if you're watching the replay, I'll link the playlist at the end. Also, secondly, attend the recurring revenue retreat where we've got workshops and talks in August. You can find that link down below. We're actually going to be at Disney World, so you can bring your family, bring your partners, and just have an overall good time, as well as talk about recurring revenue within your business. But the reason that recurring revenue is so important is that we tend to have these peaks and troughs, right? We tend to have a lot of income come in and then nothing, and then income come in and then nothing. But our expenses will always keep going up. Our expenses keep going up. Recurring revenue allows us to smooth out that peaks and troughs. And ideally, what you want to do is have your recurring income, your recurring revenue, just match your recurring expenses. Even if you're not frivolous with money, you don't spend a lot of money, you don't buy a lot of products for your business or services, you don't have rent or whatever, your expenses are roughly going up 10% per month, roughly, as a very vague rule. So you need to have recurring income come in. And it means that the projects that come in that are one-off projects or gig-based projects, they are profitable because your expenses are being paid for by your recurring revenue. The fastest way to think about recurring revenue is to think about the results that you're generating your customer. So I'm going to give you this kind of sales script, right? And I want you to think, well, what is the product? So your doctor is going to be staggered at how much weight you've lost. Your friends and your family are going to say to you, oh my God, what's your secret? In fact, you're going to be annoyed with me because you're going to have to buy a whole new wardrobe because your current clothes won't fit you. You're going to walk around and everyone's going to be like, oh my God, you look incredible. And you're going to say, yeah, it's costing me a fortune because I've had to buy a whole new wardrobe of clothes that actually fit me and I've had to throw my old clothes out. You'll have more energy. You'll have more time. Your friends and family will want to hang around with you better. And most importantly, you'll live longer and you'll be able to spend more time with your kids. Now, we take that And I want you to think about what was the product there. And there isn't a product. I don't mention a product at all. It could have been a gym, it could have been a book, it could have been an online course, it could have been diet pills, it could have been a nutritionist. The results that you're getting are exclusive from the delivery. And that's why I say that the delivery doesn't always equal the results, right? Delivery doesn't equal results, or results doesn't equal delivery. If someone gets those results, will they want them every single month? Yes, of course. And just like with your customers, what do you actually help them get? I think in the first video of this series, I talk about understanding the results, or even just one core result that you get your customers, and think about, would they want more of that every single month? What are the ways that you can get people those same results month in, month out? That's what they're going to be paying for. And when you identify a result that you can deliver to people every single month, you've identified a recurring revenue product. Just as a side note, before we wrap this up, your job is not to deliver work. As the entrepreneur or business owner, you need to find other ways of delivering that work to you. For example, Brad Morrison and his team at GoWP, they're a big part of our recurring revenue strategy. They take on maintenance contracts and take care of website updates, and they have loads of kind of other admin tasks and stuff like that within their platform, and it means that I can sell that to my customers without me having to do the work. That's a recurring income stream that builds up over time, a bit like rent, or a bit like, renting out a house or property or whatever. And it also means, and it's like a subscription product as well, it also means that I'm doing recurring revenue, but it's scalable. The important point about recurring revenue is not like a retainer. You can't deliver it. It has to be scalable. It has to be a scalable model that allows you to take on as many customers as possible. Otherwise, you're going to hit a ceiling, and you're going to end up finding that you're doing as much work as possible, whereas you think, well, for all of this work, I could just do one project per year and generate the same amount of income. What's the result that you're getting your customers? Do you understand that recurring revenue is your number one product priority? Remember, I've also got a video on the customer product matrix that hopefully should show you where you need to put a recurring revenue product within your business. I'll link that below, and I'll also put it at the end of the little video screen capture. So if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and check that out as well. We've got a bunch of other videos on creating recurring revenue as well. If you are going to the recurring revenue retreat, let me know in the comments below. Or if you're watching this in the future and it's already happened and you were there and you met me and you met a bunch of other people, let me know as well. That would be kind of weird in kind of like a few months time to see people who have already been there and it's happened. It seems so far away now, but it's going to be here like that. Thank you so much, guys, for watching why recurring revenue is your number one product priority. Remember, it's about taking the pressure off yourself. You're allowed to take the pressure off yourself, and recurring revenue is the best way to do that. I'll see you on the next video. Thanks very much for watching. I've actually got a couple of videos here, as I mentioned, talking about recurring revenue within your business. I've got the product customer matrix here, which identifies where recurring revenue products need to sit within your business and how they create revenue for yourself and for your customers. And I'll also put the playlist to the rest of these videos down here so you can watch all of these, all 6 of them. And if you're listening to the podcast, thanks very much. I know I talk a lot about being a video, but cheers for bearing with me. In the meantime, guys, thanks very much for watching. Keep building those funnels.